A very good Tuesday morning to everyone out there. Landon here with you to bring you your latest weather or not forecast courtesy of On Target. Getting a look at the latest surface analysis. What we have going on, we got high pressure located just west of the region this morning, but just down to our south and east, folks. It's what we were talking about throughout yesterday morning's video. We've got the remnants of this tropical cyclone that's come on shore right over the Carolinas. We've got this anticyclonic flow that is typical around areas of low pressure that's bringing us some cloud cover that's going to be on the way here out of the west as we work throughout this morning. And we got some sky cams out there early on that's showcasing crystal clear skies. We got a view of the moon out there as well. But the cloud cover is going to be coming in here, bringing temperatures down a few degrees as we work throughout the day. And with northerly flow in the wind direction department, we're going to be looking at humidity remaining somewhat tame, so today actually could be quite nice in the great outdoors. About 20 minutes ago, this was our view overlooking the Sexton Bill Bitter Skycam located down in Gold City. We got the view of the full harvest moon there on the horizon, looking off to the west. Now, folks, the official full moon will be this evening, and we'll also be dealing with a partial lunar eclipse at some point between 8 to 11 p.m. tonight. So if you've got any interest in checking that out, that'll be worth taking note of. Getting closer to the real time here, overlooking the Beech Tree News Skycam up in Morgantown. Still got clear skies over in that direction, folks, but as we previously mentioned, that cloud cover is going to be working in here over the course of the next hour or two. Temperatures and dew points both down between the mid and upper 50s. It feels wonderful out there this morning. Highs this afternoon is going to be a little bit cooler than what it was yesterday. We hit between the mid and upper 80s. I think we're going to be right around the low to mid 80s this afternoon with dew points remaining and hanging out right around the mid and upper 50s. It's going to be quite nice out there with that northerly wind component remaining intact, so it's not all going to be bad news. Taking a look here at the latest surface map, a little bit better illustration. You can see the remnants of the tropical cyclone hanging up and just overstaying its welcome right there over the Carolinas. High pressure located off just to our west will have clockwise flow. That's going to help to reinforce that those northerly winds that we're going to hang around here and keep with us throughout the entirety of today and potentially on into our Wednesday as well. Let's take a look here at the short-term model guidance and exactly what's going to take over. Here is the cloud debris that is associated with that tropical cyclone, the remnants thereof. That's going to be churning off here, as you'll see as we work throughout the day, off to the west. So here we are rolling right at sunrise. We got the clouds. It's going to be moving in and taking over. We will have some breaks of sunshine from time to time. It's not going to be having us just socked in underneath thick cloud cover throughout the entirety of today. But as we work into this afternoon, folks, as you can see, that cloud deck continues to try to progress westward and kind of hangs up right along and splitting either side of the I-65 corridor, progressing throughout the entirety of this Tuesday. Here we are working into this evening. It tries to retreat a bit. But again, folks, that cyclone is just going to be pinwheeling over here over the Carolinas, and that's going to be keeping the cloud cover around throughout today as well as our Wednesday, okay? Now, it's not likely, but we got a few stray sprinkles or a light shower or two that can't be ruled out with this as well, but overall, with more cloud debris, temperatures are going to be a few degrees cooler, as previously mentioned. Going to feel quite nice out there throughout the entirety of today. Here's a primary reason why, folks. Look at the dew points here over the next 48 hours. We've sunk down to right around the mid-50s this morning, and throughout the day, folks, are pretty much going to be hanging out right around the mid and upper 50s. Not going to be too shabby whatsoever. You will note, however, as we work into our Wednesday and Thursday, an uptick in the dew point department is going to make it feel a little bit stickier in the great outdoors. And following Wednesday, as we get late into the work week and the weekend, winds are going to turn out of the south, and we're going to see a resulting heat wave, not a heat wave, but a warming trend that's going to take over late in the work week and all the way through the weekend, all right? Here's a look at the precipitation department and what's going to be ongoing. You can see the bulk of the activity associated with the remnants of this tropical cyclone is just going to be pinwheeling and remaining right along the Appalachian Mountains, all right? Again, we might get a stray shower or two over here around the I-65 corridor, but I think the vast majority, if not all of us, is going to remain dry as a bone, unfortunately. Now, you will notice we work later into the work week. This remnants of the cyclone is going to pull off to the north and east. That's going to open up the door for this trough and associated low pressure system to swing east towards the Great Lakes as we work late into the work week. And here we are working throughout the weekend. These winds are going to be churning in here out of the south beginning on Thursday and taking us all the way through the end of the weekend. And unfortunately, we're going to see high temperatures rise back up right around the low to mid 90s for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, all right? It's not going to be great considering we're going to be rolling into the official start of fall at the end of the weekend into the early days of next week. But if there's any good news to come along with this, take a look as we work late into our Sunday afternoon and on into the early days of next week, all right? Here we are setting up shop on the mid-afternoon hours of Sunday. We got this cold front approaching out of the north and west. It's going to help reinforce this southerly flow here. It's going to keep us very warm and humid to end the weekend. We might be looking at early as Sunday afternoon or Sunday evening to where scattered shower and storm chances will be arriving right along and ahead of this front that's going to blast through here. Now, as it does so, it'll be keeping those rain and storm chances around throughout our Sunday night. Here we are looking at Monday. And finally, Monday night into Tuesday, folks, the cold front's going to work and try to press down to our south and east and maybe get a reinforcing jolt of northerly flow here to bring highs down to right around the mid and upper 70s as we work into the mid and latter part of next week, all right? So keep your fingers crossed. Lord knows that we need the rainfall here with the drought conditions that we've been dealing with. Hopefully we can get some of that precipitation to make it to the ground here across the Wobbles community. But as it stands, over the course of the next 5 to 7 days, we have got unmeasurable rainfall that continues to be advertised, all right? We are holding on to some hope here late in the weekend into the early days of next week. Not all models are in agreement on this. With that being said, hopefully we have some trends that'll come into more of a better solution to where we'll have better rain chances in the forecast for us late Sunday into Monday and Tuesday on into the start of the new work week, all right? Here's a full breakdown of your next 6-day weather forecast for today and tomorrow. I think temperatures might be overdone just a little bit. Again, I could be wrong. It's not the first time I've been wrong. It won't be the last time that I'll be wrong. But I think with the cloud cover trying to work in here out of the west, maybe a stray sprinkle or two, I think many of us will be hovering right around the lower 80s both today and into tomorrow. Now, from Thursday on, folks, we got more sunshine that's going to take over as the cloud debris gets out of here. Winds turning out of the south. Going to crank us right back up between the low and mid 90s in the thermometer department, lasting us all the way through the end of the weekend, all right? That's going to wrap up your Tuesday morning Whether or Not forecast, brought to you by On Target. You all can take care of yourselves and each other and have a phenomenal